nothing but go and open and close the gates and monitor the between, for instance, if you had one person between Ridge Road and Skoda Community, and one person between Higgsville and Mr. Bryant's Center here, and they would be responsible for opening and closing the gates and spending increment times between the two. That's another possibility. Keeping them cleaner, but of course the contract would be something you'd have to consider minimum wage, and it would be like for if you did it for 40 hours, if you did 5 days a week, it'd be like 40 hours a week. Minimum wage is $7.25. Roughly $14,000-15,000 for a contract person. That's one alternative also. So, and then there's another alternative. And this is something pretty much a lot of the other communities have done. Crawford County does, that's followed through with it. And that's to have, like the city of Jeffersonville, have individual house pickup with a container. That would not work for businesses, of course, but it would work for houses or residents.
So, most businesses have a green box.
Green, yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that wouldn't eliminate green boxes. That would be just for a individual pickup.
That would be billed to the.
It could be. I used an example, and we can check further on it. I don't have that data with me, but I do know Crawford County uses that, and it works well for them. And I don't know the exact fee. I think it's around $7 or $8 a month or something like that for them. However, that's something that you may want to consider. The main thing is, and then in doing that, and this is what Advance said, they do have rollbacks at the gate entrance up there for pickup of trash that people take. If you or C&D or whatever else, bulk trash. At the gate. He told me they had them. Now, I'm taking into his word. I haven't been up there in a long time. But he says they have a rollback set at the gate. So you got several options that you could look at, all the way from the standpoint of changing the hour for operation, consideration of having contract persons or persons between all four or one or two, all the way to the standpoint of closing the convenience centers and going to the individual house pickup, just like the city of Jeffersonville does. And then, and I understand, someone was telling me that a contractor has, a private contractor is doing some of that around the Hugh area up there. You know anything about that?
There's a number of people in the county that are using individual pickup already.
Pickup. So.
Who does that?
I have not looked to see what name it is.
Isn't it Sinclair? I think I was in Sinclair.
I don't know who.
What those people are doing. I talked with some people. That lady called me over on 129 about that, and that I think they were paying something like $18 a month. Each household had to pay $18 a month.
To pick up trash?
That's right. And I don't know how many times that they were picking it up. But see, they just pick up only 4 times a month here, and they pay I believe about $5.25. Each household pay about $5.25. What does be on your bill for garbage? $5.25.
It's there, I don't know.
It's on there, and they don't pick up but one. They pick up 4 times. They pick up 4 times a month here in the city.
But actually, they're picking up beyond the city because the area that they pick up is, as long as it's close to their route.
They don't see. You pay for that. You pay for that. But that I call them garbage can. You pay for that. For you to get that to your house, you pay for it. In the county down there, they don't pick up nothing in the county because those people said they wasn't gonna pay that fee, no $5 per month for that fee to garbage when they got those dumps over there in the county. They don't pay it. They don't pay that fee. Water bill, I don't pay it either because I told them I don't want it. And what they do, they just come to the city. That's all they go to the city. That's all the city. They pick up. That's it. They pick up once a week, and I don't know whether I don't think they pick up. They don't pick up no. They don't want you to have no levers and all that stuff in there. They don't want you to have no levers in there, and they don't pick up nothing on the outside. Everything got to be on the inside. You have garbage sitting out there beside it. They leave it there. They don't pick it up. The only thing they pick up that's on the inside.
Yeah, bulk garbage is going to have to be, or would be, taken to a rollback or to the.
They don't have. They don't have. Let me say this, Mr. Chairman. I'm looking at this right here. We had 4 employees. We paid salary of the 4 employees for the recycle center was $85,000. Insurance was $28,000. Social Security was $8,000. I told that up at $121,000 for those 4 people. That's what it paid. Now, if we go to contract, we don't even need half that money to have those people like we would contract before we got into this here, before we went to hourly rate. We used to pay those people something like $250 a week. No insurance, no nothing. Just give them plain money. But what we got here, what I figure up here, we can open those 4 recycle centers for less than half what we got here.
You could, and that really, Mr. Bryant, the thing is too, you could get by possibly with just 2 peoples and use 1 person between 2 centers, because both Higgsville and the one up here is close enough that they could open both gates, go back and forth between the 2, spend a few hours at each. And,
see what you're going to come up with, then you have to pay that person using their car, you have to pay them mileage.
Well, that's something that we have to work through. But what I'm looking at, and I think what we want to consider is how can we get the desired results with the least cost that we can, because that's what we had tried to do. And what we got now is working, but it's not working well. What we need to do is we need to have some way that those centers are open and closed and in a regular scheduled way that would prevent people coming in there at midnight bringing in a load of limbs, a load of scrap tires, whatever else, and just throwing them in there indiscriminately. And of course, the other thing is, you know, if we had a case that we could make against any of them, we'd do it. And I know that Judge Brown, you and your staff would follow through prosecuting, would you?
Yes, sir. We've had an influx, too, of tickets being written here lately. I just had 3 phone calls this morning, people mad because they, for whatever reason, they just feel like if that gate's closed, it's okay for them to dump outside the gate. So you're going to see a lot of increased fines, cases that we've made against people. A big one the other day on some tires up there in Ms. Epps district. We finally caught a guy dumping tires. So it was about a $1,300 fine time we paid to have it cleaned up, and this would be coming back to the county. So.
And of course, we appreciate that very much, because after that happens several times, maybe the word will get out in terms of what's going on, and let them know that it's not one of these dumps or indiscriminate things, you just walk in and throw your trash in. But,
As a matter of curiosity, the tire dumper, was it an individual or a business?
It was an individual. Yes, sir. It took 2 court days to get the right one that finally admitted it, but we had the guy with the EPA came in. He went to the man's house and counted the tires, and then when he went back, about half of them were gone. And he asked where they were and, showed him a receipt where he dumped them. Well, he couldn't show a receipt. So we knew we had the right one, and he finally came into court and admitted it. The time we paid, I had called Danny and got a bill what it cost the county to have those tires picked up. And that was about close to $600 what it cost the county, one bill, to have that company out of Macon come pick the tires up. So I added that bill and the fine, and he paid part of it, put him on probation for 12 months to pay the rest of it. So county's gonna get it was $1,400 restitution. But we got another one that's up there in Ms. Epps' district we've been working on. This dumping asphalt shingles. And they don't want to just dump them in the dumpster, they want to dump them on the ground. I mean, big piles. They won't use the dumpster, just dump it side of it. So I got a man.
That's just inexcusable.
It is.
I don't understand people's.
And we've had out of county people like you wouldn't believe.
Is that a
That's-
business doing the shingles?
Yeah, an individual that does.
Up there.
You know who it is.
But one of the biggest things I think is the indiscriminate or lack of caring, and then the other aspect is the out of county folks
Right.
that are coming in
Yes.
out of Jones and Bill.
All the way from Baldwin.
Yeah.
I had one that dumped 15 bags at Ms. Epps' district outside the gate on Sunday afternoon from Baldwin County.
How do they know where the location of the recycle center from these different towns?
She said that she owned a house and tried to explain it to me. She had to do it.
Well,
And of course that didn't.
Okay, if she owned property in Tweed County, but she could dump inside the dump.
Her husband that she just recently married owned a house here, and they had it rented, and they went and picked up all this garbage. I'm talking about, you won't believe what they did to that. I mean, where the driveway comes in, just 2 big truckloads, just dumped it on the outside. So it was a hefty fine.
Yeah, well, they appreciate that again. That's what's going to make the difference in doing that. But that makes you wonder if the individual house pickup wouldn't be a lot better, because then you can just absolutely close them centers. Period. Close them. That's one option, but I don't know.
What about a camera and move around a camera in each place where we could get a tag number, just tag numbers coming in?
We've talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that, and I don't know that we've ever gotten any results back, but
We asked Danny to get his price.
the thoughts of just moving it from location to location, see the opportunity, those it don't take long, those people around a different center, they get the word that, hey, I'm gonna pay a $14-15 fine, and stop there.
Mr. Chairman, here, we have these figures here. Do we have the franchise fee, what we collect? We supposed to collect, for a commercial, 3% of the franchise fee. Is that included? Would that have anything to make the difference in this right here?
I'm not familiar what you're talking about.
Look on page 10 of 18 of your contract. You see where you got a franchise commercial fee for 3%. It's going to offset the invoice of the contract within 45 days of previous month billing date.